we destined to destroy each other? Or can we change who we are and unite? Is the future truly set?
So yeah, what's another thing like? Oh, the final battle in this movie was so epic. I mean, it was kind of long. I mean, it is a long battle, but at the same time, though, it gets you in. It's so intense, and it gets you like lifting out of your seat with just like with excitement. And I just love the way how like the like all this future, like it doesn't depend on Xavier, it doesn't depend on Wolverine, it doesn't depend on Magneto. It depends on what's his name? Mystique. Like, cause she had the gun at I can't remember his name, Peter Dinklage's character, and if she kills him, then that's how like the future would become the future. So if she shoots him, then like I said, the future would happen, the Sentinels would happen, everything, and the governor would find her pretty bad and just be like, oh, she's a villain, let's create the Sentinels and stuff. But this time, it's just like such a hard choice for her. It's just like, you know what? I'm not going to kill you. Because, I'd like to change the future and everything. Which, it's so freaking cool how they do that. Now, the ultimate thing I really want to talk about in this movie is the ending. The ending is one of the best moments from all superhero history, and pretty much one of the greatest ideas for this kind of long expansion films. So, like, if you guys remember, like, my review of X-Men Days of Future Past trailer, remember that one moment where I tried to sum up how, like, I was so confused how, like, the sequel things works? Okay, X-Men Future Days of Past, I am so super excited for it, because when I heard that they're making a sequel for X-Men Future Days, a sequel for X-Men First Class, well, technically it kind of is a sequel to X-Men First Class, but then it's also kind of a sequel for the Wolverine, and it could be also a sequel to Last Stand, but I think it's a sequel to Wolverine, which is a sequel for X-Men Future Days First Class. Anyways, I don't want to get myself confused on that. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see the sequel, the X-Men. Or wait, it's a sequel. Wait, technically, it would be a sequel to X-Men The Last Stand, but then it would also be a sequel to Wolverine, and which Wolverine has a prequel of X-Men Origins, and then, wait, wouldn't X-Men First Class be a prequel of the X-Men, and then, after that, it's just... Okay, whoa, I'm not going through that route again. This time, when Mystique, decides that she doesn't want to kill the guy and change the future, this time Wolverine goes to an alternate timeline where this time it ignores everything about the previous movies, even the first movie. That is one of the best idea I have ever heard. I mean, holy crap, like, these X-Men movies, a lot of times they would screw up something. They would screw up a character, they would screw up some sort of storyline and stuff. But this time, Bryan Singer, the director, he was just like, nope, you know what? Let's just restart this whole thing. Like, let's say the first X-Men movie never happened. And, because, like, I can see why, like, the third X-Men movie could be bad. Because, they kill off a lot of your favorite characters, which is disappointing. This time, all those mistakes are gone. Like, oh, yes! That means we're going to have this new expansion of X-Men. And, it completely, like I said, it completely ignores all the previous movies, which that's good, because most of the X-Men movies, usually they'll have, like, a character screw up or anything like that, but this time, all those mistakes are gone, which that's great. I mean, that just makes me think, are they going to restart now with these X-Men movies now? Like, what are they going to do? Like, this just makes me so excited for future X-Men movies. Like, Yes, this is the best idea ever. They should do. I mean, why can't more superheroes be like this? I mean, like now X-Men can have more sequels, and also I saw this from a review where it now can be possible since now all the X-Men is back. I mean, even the characters are back. Like Jean Grey's back, which that's awesome. Rogue is back, and even Cyclops. Yes, Cyclops is back. Yes, Cyclops is back, and that is awesome. Oh my gosh, all the characters are back, which that's awesome, because, you know, in the third movie, they do kind of screw it up, how, like, they killed off the characters. This time, you get to see them again, and it's so awesome. Oh my gosh, now, like, there's this new possibility now, if, you know, 20th Century Fox gave X-Men to Marvel Studios, and this time, they can actually combine them to, like, the Avengers, or, like, they could combine the Avengers if only like 20th Century Fox gave the copyrights to Marvel Studios. Now we got this really great big possibility of future X-Men movies. This is great. This is the greatest idea I've ever heard. I mean, why couldn't they do this for like the other like bad superhero movies? Like, why couldn't they just do this for the new Spider-Man? Like, Spider-Man goes back in time, and then, you know, the whole thing just never happens, even when he's a Spider, never happens, and that means you can ignore all the other previous Spider-Man movies. Then they did that for the X-Men too. Jeez, that's why I love this movie. They restart the whole thing, which that's great. I mean, I love X-Men. I love their stories, and I like to see more. And, you know, the rest of the X-Men movies were just so crammed in and just so, like, they're kind of mixed up and messed up, and it's kind of crammed. It's kind of hard to follow it. This time, they restart it, which that's good. Now we finally got a good, new, fresh start, which that's great. So, yeah, I love the ending of this movie. It's a big possibility to do more X-Men sequels. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is the end of credits scene, and it was really, really good. Because, like, they show, like, this group of, like, natives, or no, not natives, but, like, ancient, like, tribe, and they're just, like, Obato, something. I can't exactly remember, but I know that means, I mean, I'll get to that. When there's, like, this kid just using these, like, force powers to make this pyramid, and at first I'm just like, wait, could it be? And it's like, they show, like, a gray-faced kid. I'm just like, it's Apocalypse! It's Apocalypse! That is so cool! I mean, I knew that I knew that they were gonna make X-Men Apocalypse, but that is just, like, thinking, okay, if I never heard of them if I never heard of, like, of the news of if they were making, like, X-Men Apocalypse, and this was, like, my first time noticing, that is so awesome. I mean, I'm still trying to, like, get to know, Apocalypse. Like, I'm trying to read all of the comics with Apocalypse, but the end of credit scene is such a perfect, like, little cliffhanger thing that just goes on to the next movie, which it's so awesome to see. And, I mean, Apocalypse is just, like, big time bad. Like, he's one of the baddest villains of all the X-Men movies, which is it's just so awesome. X-Men Days of Future Past is amazing. I love it. It's great. Actually, I haven't given a rating for my spoiler-free about rating, but I will give this movie a rating of a solid plus. My favorite film of the year. Holy crap. This is also kind of my opinion too. I actually kind of think it's actually better than Godzilla. I mean, I know what you're thinking. Oh, you can't compare both of those. Those are two completely different movies. I know, they're different movies. But, Godzilla had pretty much a bunch of problems. This here is like brilliant, mind-blowing amazingness, and only has little nitpicks. That's how I compare movies of why I think which one's my favorite year and stuff. This is why I think X-Men Days of Future Past deserves an A solid plus, and just one of my favorite movies of the year now. Best movie of the year so far for me. Awesome. I love X-Men Days of Future Past. It's amazing. So, my last question today is, who is your favorite character in X-Men? Comment that down below. Check out my other videos. They're really cool. Like to subscribe. Like my page on Facebook. See ya.